Tobey Maguire got bit by a spider, but see, me, it was the algorithm. And I just want to say thanks for the support you guys gave me on the last video. It actually means a lot.
Adik saya baru beli gini dari akak.
I never had a video blow up like that, so yeah, it was just cool. I was like fist pumping their hair, and it's just fun. It's good, thank you. Now that I have the expectation that this video will get just as many views, I'm worried it will not. So, cubes, anyone? I'm working on a remake of a very old Atari game called Video Cube. It's basically a very old Rubik's Cube simulator, but instead of moving it normally, you take out the tiles and swap them. Oh, I used to just remove the stickers to solve it. Like, yeah, this is the game for that if you into that kind of thing. The first thing I did was to code in the cube itself. Not the tiles or the game mechanics, just a cube you could rotate around. Sounds simple, right? It's not simple, it's disgusting and I hate it. First things first, let's begin with the corners. Look at the cube head on. We can see 4 corners, right? So how would I act if we rotated this cube? On this axis, of course. Well, here's a life hack. Move the camera slightly outward. Like, not an actual camera, I mean hypothetically. It's much cheaper this way. But now we can see the dark side of the moon. Or the cube. I guess it's a cube. Of course, we can now see the corners on the back, but let's rotate it. Okay, that's the best I can do here, but look. These corners are just spinning around the center. In a circle. How cool is that?
When we rotate this cube 90 degrees on this axis, which way will these corners generate? Guys, are we sure this question is correct?
The answer is all of the middle. It's basically the first 90 degrees of either sine or cosine, meaning it goes from 0 to 1 or 1 to 0 smoothly. So all we need to do is calculate this point's position from the center. We won't be seeing the top like we do here, so we only need the x-axis information, which is this one. For that, we need this length, L. How'd I get that number? I made it the f*** up. L multiplied by sine angle gives us the value we want, and to get the same on other corners we just do the same but with sine angle plus 90 and sine angle plus 180. This fourth corner will never be seen and therefore it is dead to us. So we have 3 points that move just like this. Since it's a cube, we can use these results twice for all the bottom corners. If you play with these corners just a little bit, we can make it look like this.
Aw, dang it! Aw, dang it!
Incredible. Well done. For vertical rotation, we just copy and paste the same calculation and swap all x's and y's. Alright, part 2. Let's take a deep breath. Ready? If you have a cube like this and rotate it right, you get red. Rotate it up and you get blue. But rotate it up first and then right, you get reds, but it's rotated. You're probably expecting a simple, professional answer, but no. No, there is no easy way out. There is no shortcut home. Given and can't be wrong. Here's a diagram I came up with without going insane. I gave every face a number, white is 0, red is 1, and so on. It's basically papercraft.
貴様の拳など顔どにも効かんわい。お前はもう死んでいる。何？もうは匠できぜぶ。
We can use this as a map and consider rotations as movements instead. So rotating this way is moving right, rotating this way is moving up, and so on. Let's say you're on face 0, which is white, and move to the right. You get to red, or face 1. Move right again, and it's yellow. Cool. Cool yellow. What if it's rotated? Suddenly moving right on white doesn't mean going to red, it means going to green. Cool. 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 The solution is actually really beautiful. You just do some magic using the rotation of the map and your moving direction. So if the whole thing is rotated 90 degrees, moving right now means moving down on the map. I actually messed up this calculation at first, then I spent a long time trying to fix everything else. Well, here's the table I made up to find the calculation. That's cool, but let's get back to basics. You start at white, move up, you're at blue. What if you go right? There is no right. But as you may have imagined, this swaps back to red. The twist is, well, the cube is twisted. You can see the red is now rotated. It's literally walking from one face to the other. So if you began here and walked this way, you would end up like this. That means we just rotated the map. And that's the whole calculation we really need. Here's what I did to deal with this. Maybe there's a more proper way, but this is good enough. Here's a chart of which movements cause rotation, based on the map. It's quite straightforward. Moving from blue to red means add 90 degrees to rotation, and moving from red to blue, the opposite, means subtract 90, and so on. Now it works properly. Alright, let's relax again. Breathe in. Breathe out. Okay. Lastly, we need to add some images to this cube. First, we need a way to draw these images. Drawing them on the front face is easy, but it rotates, my friends. For the rotation animation, we have 2 images, and we need to draw them inside these parallelograms. Jeez, what a nice word.
They're called trapezoids, bub.
While not up to 2024 standards, I actually made a video about this about 2 years ago. It was almost the exact same problem. Small world, huh? Go check it out if it's interesting to you, although I did update it for this, kinda. The problem with the solution is, it's fine with a static image, but because the code chops up the image, the rotation doesn't work here. We need a whole different image that's rotated. Kind of a bummer, but we always found a way. At first I tried creating the images at the beginning and using them on the cube. You know, I'd rotate them as needed, which is when there was a rotation. That did not work, or at least my monkey brain couldn't figure out a way. So I entered the solution-based mindstate. State. Not again, I will not let you take over.
Hello again. Instead of keeping all of these images, use only 2 images, Sprite A and Sprite B. For front, use Sprite A. When rotating, generate Sprite B with necessary rotation. Apply Sprite A and B. Last, replace Sprite A with Sprite B. Sprite B will be deleted for future use.
I'm okay. So there we have it, our unnecessarily complicated cube. Now you know how to make your own cube at home, assuming your home is also 2-dimensional. Well, I guess I better go back to making the rest of this game. I know, our cube was so accurate it has become a real 3-dimensional object. Say goodnight to the cube, everyone. Good night, cube.